Hello, welcome to the CENJOWS podcast. Today, I, Dhruv Shaw, will be the host, and the today theme of the podcast is autonomous system and joint warfare. So basically, this episode will examine India's trajectory in the autonomous warfare, from doctrine to the program to the battlefield, through the lens of one of the foremost practitioners. The conversation that we would be having today would be moving on from conceptual, basically swarm doctrine and joint operations, through operational UAV integration across the theaters, to perspective like what indigenization means for the force structure and strategic autonomy. And for that, we with us today we have Wing Commander Dr. Manoj Kumar. He's an retired Indian Air Force veteran, a product leader, and a leading voice in AI and autonomous system. His career is a testament to his unwavering commitment to advancing India's indigenous defense capabilities and strategic autonomy. As a renowned thought leader and frequent speaker, Dr. Kumar is a well known voice in the drone ecosystem and is at the forefront of the policy discussions on drone technology and the dual use applications of unmanned aerial systems. He is a key advocate for the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, fostering collaboration between government, industry, and academia to accelerate innovation. With more than 15 years in defense innovation, Dr. Kumar has a proven track record of delivering high impact projects. He has spearheaded the transformative Meher Baba Swarm Drone initiative of IF, securing substantial funding and driving the development of over a dozen indigenous UAV technologies. He has also played a critical role in multinational induction of platforms like AH-64 Apache, C-17 transport aircraft, Spider MR, and the Heron Mk2 UAV fleet, along with the small arms like IWI Negev LMG and Trevor X95. His work is recognized for its tangible results, including contributions to the mission critical platforms used in high stake operations like Balakot and Galwan. Dr. Kumar's leadership extends beyond the military, as he has successfully built an extensive ecosystem with over 129 startups and industries to accelerate technology adoption. He is an alumnus of Indian Air Force Academy, the Weapons School, and BITS Pilani, where he has earned his PhD degree in technology integration. He holds PMP certification from PMI and certificate in generative AI and prompt engineering from CDAC. He is also explosive and hazardous material trained officer from USAF and DGCA certified drone pilot. In addition to his professional achievements, Dr. Kumar is an accomplished endurance athlete, including being an Ironman triathlete and a PADI certified scuba diver. His remarkable feat of swimming 2,600 km of Ganga River underscores the resilience and discipline that define his approach to leadership and innovation. Welcome, sir.
Thank
to
you
the
very
podcast.
much, and thank you very much for a very elaborate introduction. And thank you very much. Yeah.
So, sir, you have a very extensive, experience. So, with this, I'll start with a very simple question on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. So, basically, swarm drones have appeared in Ukraine, in the Nagorno-Karabakh, and threats are closer to home. So, like, how do you define what is swarm doctrine, and particularly why Indian military establishment has taken a very long time to formalize this very basic doctrine or thinking around it?
Okay, I think to answer this question, we have to take a step back and understand what is swarm is all about. Right?
Okay.
So the market is flooded with drones. Market is flooded with number of drones, a group of drones. But however, swarming is different.
Okay.
Swarming is not a group of drones going and doing a particular formation or doing a particular mission itself. Swarming is basically, it is totally autonomous in nature. It is mined on the drones, and they are very much programmed towards achieving a target. So whatever happened to the particular individual drone in a group of drones, they, in any scenario, in a case, they go and achieve their targets. So they are of autonomy where their target is very clear what they have to achieve, and they go and achieve it. coming back to your question of how this is summing up, how this is getting formulated in warfare in particular, Russia, Ukraine, definitely yes, but this technology is being utilized very extensively at various domains in all the warfare which, as we speak. To our country itself, we have been able to utilize it. Much of part is into confidential things. However, yes, we have utilized this in a recent conflict which we had with our neighbor. So yes, this technology, we are also building it, we are also learning it. This technology got a niche so much into it, it required lots of effort from the technology side also.
Okay.
So, yes.
So basically swarm drones are like, it's fully autonomous. It's not like you are with you are doing a teleoperation. It's fully autonomous. You just set the target and the swarms are doing their things, right?
Perfect. So another quality, people used to see this group of drones forming some formations. Like you see, there are companies who do light shows, drone shows.
Yes.
So people call them swarm, but they are not swarm.
They are not
swarm. They just do a coordinated activity based on the waypoint navigation or the program which is fed to them.
Okay.
So they are not swarm. Swarm is entirely different. They are very autonomous in nature. They work in a very collaborative behavior. Like everybody is backing each other. So there is no master and slave concept in swarm.
Okay, so there is no master
and slaves. There is no master. Everybody is master, everybody is slave. So they work on their autonomy. If you, let's say, the package of 100 of them, you drop down 50 of them.
Yes.
Still the target is achieved.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of this technology.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, sir, in regards to the joint warfare demands of all the three services, like the Army, Navy, and Air Force, they operate together. Yet, service carries like different doctrine. Each service have their own different doctrine regarding the drones, swarm drones, and other things. So, and also communication architectures and threat calculus are different. So, like, how do you actually integrate swarm capabilities across these boundaries? Because we have Air Force have a very different communication network. Army has different. Now we are talking about the joint doctrine with the headquarter ideas. So how does one basically achieve this integration, like according to you?
I think this topic is being spoken, I think, before I joined Armed Forces also 15 years back, and still the topic is same, how we bring this jointness into it. We have made ideas is there are other various formation which government is trying to do it to bring this military, and there is another thought to it. Can we decentralize everything?
Okay.
Right. So one is jointness. There is another thought which is happening when you decentralize everything.
Okay.
Like the current warfare which is going on, which is just halted for some time. I don't know how it's gonna percolate in future. Also, the Iranians having two adversaries who are fighting with each other.
Yes.
The thing worked out there is decentralization. So there's no single command. There's no single person who is doing it. They decentralize everything to a core level, and then people are performing into it, and they're able to take a might of America also, for that matter, Israel also, right?
Yes.
So there are two thoughts which are moving around. My personal takeaway here or learning is that rather than bringing jointness to leaderships, we have to bring jointness to the platforms.
Okay, to the platforms.
Platforms. When I say platforms, so like we have done it recently in our country. Like we procure some Harons, right?
Yes.
So we procure for almost all three of them, like Indian Air Force, Indian Army, from the similar supplier. So that platform is common. So you find nobody is leading this jointness. However, it is happening on the ground.
Okay.
Because the platform is common, the people are using. They're just wearing different uniforms.
Right.
So the moment you shed that weight of highness that we bring people together, the military leadership together, and then become a jointness, you bring the platforms. You work on the technologies. You bring the common technologies to all the military. Like infuse machine learning in all tri services. Infuse artificial intelligence in all tri services. Bring the cyber security to all the tri services. Okay, and bring those common platform to all of them. Like Rafael is one of the example which is happening with Navy and Air Force also for that matter. Future. So bring those platform. I think this jointness will come automatically, and people are more willing, because when a platform are common, your mission is common, I think people will align. So this is what I feel like we should navigate toward that direction.
Okay, so basically there should be a common technology, or platform should be common. or there should be standards in the communication, like follow just one single standard and which is common across all three services. That will help in the jointness.
And this is where I think we as a country come into picture, where Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, Build in India come into picture, because then it is your platform, it is your machine, it is your common
Right.
people, right? Your Adanis, your Ambanis, your small startups, new space. There are so many of them
Yes,
in
yes,
drone
yes, yes,
ecosystem,
yes.
right? So building your platform are there, right? So
Yes.
the moment you have own platform, then you can come, the jointness automatically come into picture.
Yeah, definitely, sir. So now we move on to the next question. Like, there is a very common view that swarms will replace the manned platforms in specific mission sets like ISR saturation or terminal phase strikes, and also in EW, electronic warfare. Like, do you agree? And what does it mean, like, for how we train and structure future force jointness? Because there is a thing like in America, there is autonomous. This fighter jet are being trained, they are being developed. So everyone is thinking, okay, we will achieve level 5 autonomy and everything would be fully autonomous. So what are your views or comments on that?
I have very strong view about it, and this question is being given to everybody who is a like practitioner or learning the newest technologies, including artificial intelligence, autonomous bots, and everything into picture. This question is always thrown. I've been to multiple seminars and as a guest and speaker to multiple places. People ask this question whether they will replace us.
Yes.
My strong opinion about is no. Answer is no. It will never happen. Okay, because we are building them, it is just you have to be more conscious about it. You have to be more I would say there's a term which I use it very frequently, is man on the loop.
Okay, yes,
man on the loop. So you keep yourself in the loop. You have the supreme power of controlling them, disassembling them, but the machine has to work. The autonomous nature has to be protected to it. So this I am against man in the loop, where you are taking calls, then it's no more autonomous, then the swarm doesn't function. So you keep the final and the ultimate authorities with you. You decide which target need to be taken out. You decide when you can disassemble the whole formations out of it in a single click. And in Air Force, when we worked on similar technology, we made this very common, that man is always on the loop. So the kill switch is there with you. So moment you have that in mind, then I think you build technology which enable you, the technology which help you. Okay. And coming to your question of ISR, I have a very strong opinion and advocacy is that I'm a person, I believe that if a particular job or a work can be done without a human, it should be done.
Okay.
Definitely. And ISR role and surveys, these are something which I think we don't need to send humans into it. And then utilize this unmanned warfare and unmanned machines to gather those information and try to utilize that human brain for more analytical into it.
Yes.
Okay, rather just sending him sitting on a particular machine and doing the sorties and all. So send this machine unmanned, take the data, put your brain, put your mind into understanding it, making a more credible and incredible output out of it.
Okay, so in short, basically there should be a review kind of system, like whatever the AI decision is is being taken, a man reviews it, or like, okay, this is acceptable or this is not, and like wherever automation can be done, should be done.
100%.
Okay, so with that, the very next question is like multi-domain operations, MDO. Everyone is talking about MDO. Like even in the recent Ram Samvad, MDO was discussed. So multi-domain operations are now the operating baseline. You oversaw the induction of Heron Mark II and Apache and C-17 into the IF. So like what does genuine MDO, like the multi-domain integration, looks like at the operational level, and where does India like currently fall short?
I will not say fall short. It is our country is very vibrant in nature, and we are learning as we go, as we grow, and we are on a good learning path. All this platform which you just mentioned, they are multi-domain, right? It has been utilized at multiple places, including all the tri services and otherwise also HDR and all. So it is again coming back to the same which I told you about the jointness, multi-terrain operations, is that you bring platform which are common to all of us. Okay, common to all the military definitely, and then you can go to CAPF, Coast Guards, and everybody, right? So bring platform which are common to all of them, and then when the platform is common to them, then they enable your operations, right? So like C17 is a platform which has been utilized by all TRI services.
Yes.
Not even TRI services, even utilized by the government for various HDR operations.
Right.
Even transoceanic operations also, like you must have seen it.
Yes.
During war conflict, we are able to evacuate not
Yes.
Indians, even at a global level also.
Global level, yes.
So
right.
we are truly this platform actually not only enhance your capability, it enhance your capability at a global stage also. So that is where we have to slowly start moving into it.
Okay, right. So, sir, India is like right now facing a two-front threat environment, like a continental challenge in Himalayas and a maritime one in the Indian Ocean. So, how does UAV integration strategy differ fundamentally between those two theaters? Like, are we investing proportionately in both, like both in mountain and the maritime region? Because like the UAV which will operate in the mountainous region has to be designed very differently with respect to the marine one.
You're 100% right in this question is very, very important. And to answer to this question, whether we are doing it, my answer is no. Let's accept it. Let's accept it. We have been very, very attached to the northern part of our country, and which is happened because of two potential friends and whatever you want to call them, they are available there, right? So they are there. So we have been always concentrated towards that. Marine definitely is a more peacer area for us because of geographical vintage we have there. So that's the reason the autonomy or the unmanned warfare has not progressed very much into it. But I am happy to tell you this, it is going now. It is going, Indian Army is doing it, Indian Navy is forefront into it right now, and Indian Air Force for that matter. I think Mehrba 4, Mehrba Competition 4 is into that domain also.
Okay, Mehrba Competition 4 is in
marine domain where they want to build high-end logistic drones to bridge the inter-island connectivities. Okay, of that region, which include the Lakshadweep region also, and Andaman part of it also. So it is happening, but yeah, the pace is slow. Reason being very clear that you always try to give food to somebody which is in front of you, right? Right. That is what we have been doing it.
Okay, so so you told ki logistics part are being looked in the maritime domain right now, but do you think like in future we might require the warfare kind of drones, or like the kamikaze drones in the maritime domain, like either in the near future or in the foreseeable future? You can
why we should say future? It happened recently. You have seen what happened to the ship which were drowned by the Iranian ship which was friendly. It happened. Although we are geopolitically stronger in this particular conflict, had it been different case, then we would have been into the war, or we have been into the conflict there. Right. This time it was more of a friendly thing, which is, or a neutral side which our country has taken, which is good. That's why it couldn't happen. So, but yes, it is happening, and I think the platform like IDEX, the platform like TDF and all, they've been doing good work into this domain also, where they're making kamikaze drones also, shipborne ammunition, and including the underwater autonomous vehicles. It is being built. But yeah, push is a bit little low, because we always, as I said, we are always very attached to friends. Attached to the other part of the body.
Okay, so now let's come to the AI part of it, because everyone is excited about the AI and the machine learning, and also surprisingly, like my background is in robotics and automation. Everyone thinks like automation, like wherever there is automation, AI is involved, but well, that's not the case. So the question is, the AI layer is what make autonomous like genuinely multi-domain. Like in multi-domain, there are a lot of I would say irregularities which comes up, which the only AI can handle, like not the if-else logic or hard-coded logic. It would be too tedious. So like AI layer is what make autonomous system genuinely multi-domain: perception, fusion, and targeting, and decision support. So where is Indian defense on the AI part today, and what does need to happen for it to be operationally credible within the next decade. Like in the Venezuelan conflict, it is being said that US used Claude for capturing their president. So what do you think? Like, where are we right now, and what should we do?
My answer: we are lacking. Sorry to say this. We are lacking. I happen to be spearheaded or worked in a very close or very niche AI use of AI in a operations scenario with autonomous bots and drones. But yes, we are lacking. Reason I feel it primarily because of the type of job we do it and because of the secure nature we do it. The best way of any adoption of any technology, it is that you give it in the hands of the operators or the soldiers, right? And AI, for that matter, currently definitely you can work in a standalone thing also, but again it required lots of the internet and other things around it.
Lot of bandwidth.
Unfortunately, now I can say this, but unfortunately we are still lacking in that scenario. We have been very restrictive in that nature. We are not able to give access or information to the soldier at a lower level where he can take, generate and then work towards these domains. And it is not their mistake also, it's not military mistake also, because we have been always on the reception side. We always import all the machine which we have, C-17s, Rafales, everybody is imported, even Russians, right? So there is a concept of Russians and the European in military, right? All the equipments. So till the time you keep importing things, you are always on the receiving side. You cannot generate. That's why this Atmanirbhar Bharat, the government push towards indigenization, building this bigger companies, startup culture is very, very important. Because the moment you have this, you can bring soldiers into the adoption of artificial intelligence. So when I was leading, I made sure that people who are working with me, they train on artificial intelligence, even at Jawan level also. And it's not a rocket science.
Right.
Kids are doing it now. Graduates are doing it. These are more responsible soldiers. It is just you have to give them exposure. You have to make sure that they align towards it. Trust them that nothing goes wrong. If goes wrong, also you are there to support them. So all this trust has to come into the picture, and I think we have to pull up our socks also in military way to meet the end currently.
So in short, the Jawans or the operators at the very lowest level should be given access to that. With just in regards to that, I tried to run a company, but then I failed.
It's good.
Yes.
Failing fast is good.
But then I have my friends who are into this, defense manufacturing line for years, and they have said one thing, like instead of going, via IDEX or any kind of these programs, they prefer directly interacting with the, at the unit or the operational level. But then how do you guide the upcoming startups? Because whenever I go to any kind of seminars, the upcoming, very newly formed startups have this question, like how do we approach them? Because for them, the only approach is either via IDEX or TDF, because that has been commercialized or that have been made popular a lot. So how do you guide them?
There's a big caveat here, and I accept it. As a military leader, we need to accept it. We are still very far from the industry. We are still very far from the technology in that perspective, because we believe, and it is the nature of job which we do it. We always been very secure in our talks also, and this is how we deal with the civil counterparts. That everything is secret, everything we cannot disclose, anything should not come from our side. As a country, we have to evolve it. We have to blur this line between a civilian and a military. The moment you blur this line, I think the adoption, acceptance come into the picture. The program which I was fortunate and interested responsible for Indian Air Force, that is Meher Baba competition, which is the leader into all this fusion of all this pillar, which is academia, military and the user or the startups. So, and the one thing I think as a military leader whosoever is dealing in this technology is he has to make sure that he is available. When I say available, it should be available as in your number should be available to them. They can call you any time of the day. Your email ID has to be so communicative. All this thing has to be there. But currently coming through a military chain of it take time.
Yes.
7 days, odd days. Mail also take because it has to be printed out and everything, right?
Yes.
So this line has to be blurred. Fortunately, my leadership, including the current chief also, they've been very kind to me that I'm able to blur that line. I was available to all on WhatsApp also. I was available on Google Meets and everything. We used to meet Google Meet at around 1 in the night also with the startup because they stuck with some problem. They want a solution there.
Right.
And I think how you defeat the world in a technology is by speed.
Right, definitely.
Any startup which can build Lockheed Martin or let's say Boeing is what? It's the speed.
It's the speed,
Right?
yes.
Speed comes with availability, right? You have to be available. So I think from the startup side, I think they were willing to do it. And the military, we have to move a bit step ahead that nothing will happen to you. Share your number, speak to them. Till the time you don't tell what you're suffering from, what's your actual problem. On a daily basis to your doctor, he will not able to prescribe you medicine.
Definitely, yes.
Else he keep making something and then you'll say, it's not working for me.
Yes.
Right. So the availability has to be there. All the leadership, all the people who are into this particular domain, DAD, then we have the Indian Air Force vertical, Navy verticals, all the people who are into innovation technology. I request all of them, make yourself available to the startup, hear them out. It's a grueling work. I do understand. They have their own jobs to do also. Taking calls from a startup, very novice questions also at a deep night.
Yes.
It will hamper your personal life, but I think that is hard work is required for making a country on a faster pace towards what we want to do it.
Right, definitely. On speaking to that, like I'll come to the Meher Baba competition. Meher Baba is perhaps the most significant indigenous swarm drone program India has ever produced, because even I also have participated in it. It was a very wonderful experience, to be honest. So take us inside it, like what was the strategic intent and what did it actually deliver? Like what was the intent when Meher Baba was started and what it is now like it is delivering, and what were the hard lessons that basically no official report could tell you, like in the published, or if it's not in the classified domain, then please do tell us.
I think it's a very apt topic, and I think Meher Baba 3 is recently been, it was launched way back, but I think they have launched the vision document and applications are now invited. I can talk to your audience. I think you are a very larger audience into the defense ecosystem. One thing people are not aware about Meher Baba, which is so unique in nature, is that for participating or competing in a Meher Baba competition, you require what? Tell me. You need to have a company, a startup.
Either you can be from academia also. You need to have a team.
A team. You need to have a team. You need to have a startup. You have to
or
register
also
DPIIT,
a mentor also.
vendor, DPIIT, and then Startup India and all. Okay, let me tell you. You require to start up. You participate in Meher Baba is just a pen and a paper. Air Force got a problem. You solve it. Even if you are a student, go to Air Force, tell them, sir, this is the solution of your problem. I think it. They will accept you.
Okay.
That is the whole beauty of it. The competition, they'll help you to form your company. They will help you to formulate your product plans. They'll help you how you navigate the whole startup journey also, your product refinement and making it happen. And this is not off the shoot, I'm telling you. It has happened when I was leading the second version. It has happened before me also, the first version, and third is there, right?
Right.
The companies who are a group of students from universities, they come together, GTO guys. They come together, build a solution for Air Force. Now, like company like New Space, Rafael, Bot Lab, all of
Dynamics,
them. They've been a multi-crore companies now.
Right.
From this only. So that is the beauty of this competition. And one of the important factor about Meher Baba competition is that there's a skin in the game.
Okay.
Indian Air Force owned that problem. So
Okay,
it is not one rep going to one particular program and then doing it. It is Indian Air Force problem. They really want to solve it. So if this particular problem statement fail also, there's a doubt on their capability also. Like when I was doing the second version, although trust me on this, all the technology which in Meher Baba we are doing they're very niche in nature.
Right, definitely.
They are not available. They are not available. Enough of work has been done into that area. I can tell you for Meher Baba 3, which recently launched, I was a part of the formative where we are deciding the problem statement.
Okay.
And before I retire, we finalize the problem statement. There are I'm not joking around, there are around 359 ideas received from the stations. Okay. When I say stations, or commands, means there are lots of have been dumbed down by the commands.
Oh,
Out of the 350 was on our table, on my table and our directory table. Then we have to push it to 50 to chief, vice chief, and it took us around 8 months to finalize a single problem statement. So it is so much work has been gone into decide a problem statement itself. So that we have to see in a very balance that this particular program is not run by somebody else. There's so many programs going on. Then it has to be that nature which is Meher Baba, right? Meher Singh, what he did. It has to be that status also, and it has to be niche technology development. It has to be into drones, swarm drones. Because when I say swarm, practically we're able to scratch around 5 to 10% of the capability of swarm can do it.
Yes.
Still 90, 85% is still about to be done by the industry itself. Not India, outside also. Okay, so that is a homework which has been done to just publish a problem statement here.
Just publish a problem statement.
So this is where I think the whole industry has to come together, participate into it, and leave about industry. Student has to participate.
Students, yes.
Last version there was a company and there was a student from IIC Bangalore. They came, they participated, they reached till finale also.
Okay.
Few professors coming together, few interns, they are able to reach finale. So and they got all the access to military facilities and tech in the mine now also.
Wow.
So that is the beauty of this particular competition. People should be encouraged, participate into it. If you have a solution, a rough solution also, please fill it and apply to them.
Okay. That's a very beautiful competition. Like it's an experience that
110%.
But I would say no other, but a very few competition provide this kind of experience. So, sir, in regards to that, you have contributed to platforms used in Balakot and Galwan strikes, two very different contexts. Without crossing, the operational security lines, what did those real-world stress reveal about the readiness of indigenous or the inducted UAV systems? Like, in regards to that period of time?
Much of part is into the red part of it. We'll not able to discuss here in the
podcast.
Yeah,
definitely.
But yes, I think this is the first time any warfare which we have fought. I'm talking about the recent one, the Operation Sindoor, which is currently going on also.
Yes.
I think industry has done a phenomenally good job. There are hardly any news available. There are few startup who claim, and then a few startup have been told to claim it also.
Yes.
Otherwise, there are lots of startup who has worked under the carpet, did precise strikes and did precise work into the operation on a call itself. There's no orders, nothing. They've been just called. They came, deliver a particular objective, and then gone back. So there are sleeping startups, sleeping heroes in our country from the civilian side also. We always try to romanticize the
military part, secretive part of
it's
that.
Not that. Yes. I have worked very deeply into with these startups. Everybody is so patriotic in nature. It is not that I only do it. Everybody do it, and they are more secretive than you. They don't even disclose. There are many startups who have participated. They have never disclosed in social media platforms. Although they could have taken the leverage.
They could have taken that
leverage also. But how they just sign the NDAs and all, so they are not. So this is the first time I see this line of blurring between the military and civilian. So it has happened. It is happening. I think in future we have to do in the similar way.
Okay. So okay, so startups, you just call them and they are delivering you the result.
Obviously, we call people who have a credential.
Yes.
And
have a verified
product,
credential.
A product also available with them, which are to your use. And obviously, military always stand with the people who support them. Our country also stand with each other. So it is ecosystem which is growing up right now, which you see the emergency procurement coming into picture, then other things are happening around it. So everybody is hand holding each other so that we build this technology and become the they say our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister also said by 2030 we have to be the superpower in drones, right? Drone should not go to anybody else in India, and all of us has to move towards that.
Right. Yeah. So with regards to that being superpower, so first thing which is required is Atmanirbhar Bharat, Atmanirbharta, which is being done by the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. So Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense is now a stated policy, but a recurring critique holds that the indigenization produce the indigenous produce produce systems are very costly compared to the the imported ones. Like whatever beer being is is being produced in India are very costly, and also late. Like you give them a timeline, but sometimes it is being delayed over years and years, and marginally capable compared to the imports. So, like, how do you answer that critique? And is that trade-off worth, especially for swarm systems? Like, personally, also, like when I was doing my engineering, there were times that I had to, build PCBs for some systems for drones. But then when I look from neighboring country, even after giving 100% import taxes, that was being very cheaper and it was coming very fast at a very good quality compared to what Indian manufacturers were producing. So, what are your views or comments on this?
I think there are two major things which we need to understand in this whole question of yours. One is the cost factor, which you are talking about. One is you have to understand your country also. Okay. I can talk about America, I can talk about France, I can talk about anybody, but I'm living in this country, right? You need to know the reality of this country also. Post our independence for last 7 decades, what we are doing it? We are just importing. Okay. When you import something, so the industry is aware that they're not going to come to us. There are major players like HL and all, and there are ordnance factories also which manufacture arms ammunition. Military will going to give it to orders to them only. So why should I manufacture? So when you don't have an industrial support available to you, almost like 7 decades you've been importing things from outside only. So whom they going to build it? When the particular product is not built in your country, it's going to cost you definitely.
Right.
It is simple math. It's simple business, right?
So till the demand.
Obviously, it is. Now you have been doing. You have dissolved the board of that ordnance factories and all.
Yes.
You told them that now Adani's and the Reliance
The
also
private
recently
sectors
got
would
the
be
other
doing it.
also MIL, and they have been given arms and explosive licenses. They are manufacturing it. The small arms are getting manufactured in our country. Even we are thinking all the drone sector. Drone is almost all blacklisted for any foreign OEMs to come into picture. Right. So now they've been reduced. The cost is also getting reduced. But again, when you see from the military perspective, it is not about the cost of the item. It cost of the whole solution. Right. It has to be hardened. It has to be tested. It has to be everything has to be military standard. Right.
Right.
The cost increases to the. And another very striking thing is there. You are trading off what with the cost? Your security of your nation.
Okay. Yes.
What you are trading? I happen to be, after my retirement, I happened to visit few of the countries outside, and recently I've been to Saudis, right? Saudi Arabia and all. So you've seen what happened recently during this conflict. All the equipment, their security was exported to outside. Okay, what happened recently? Nothing. They got the cheaper, or I would say advanced and cheaper one product from outside. But during the conflict, what happened? Nothing. So the answer is cost. Definitely, I'm with you. It for another 3 decades, 4 decades, it's gonna be costlier. Accept it. It's gonna be costlier. But at the end, the costlier to whom? Your countrymen. It's okay. You have to pay it, right? At the end of the day, when I fire that missile, at the end of the day, when I take out that aircraft, it is mine. I know my people are handling it. I know the tech is with me. I know the hardware is built by our people. Okay, you keep demanding it. As a citizen, we have to demand from the government. You have to demand from your own citizens. So when you demand, they will produce for you. Now you're demanding UAVs, they are producing it.
Right,
State
definitely.
of art.
Yes.
The technology which was available outside, we are now the companies coming to India, the foreign OEM. Please do a JV with us. We will transfer little TOT. Please manufacture
a little TOT, and then we'll jointly manufacture.
It is happening.
Yes.
Like Japanese, everybody, Israelis, everybody is coming to our country because they know this. They are not going to stop on the UAV aspect, the unmanned aspect, because government is very clear, will not import anything from outside. So all these things, everybody has to come together, start working towards it. Criticizing a country is okay, very easy, right? But unfortunately, this is your country, you have to build it.
Right.
Who is stopping you? We have built it. You are building it. So contribute, and I think cost will another few decades it's gonna be a bit high. But again, the trade-off is phenomenally high, right?
Yes.
It's security of your nation. We have seen how it is not. Remember, Sindhu was not between Pakistan and India. You know, there are other multiple players who participate from other side, right?
Yes.
So it's gonna happen in future also. So your technology has to be yours. So work towards that. Cost is something which we can work on. Right?
Definitely. So, sir, this is a last question for this conversation today that we are doing. Let's suppose in a very hypothetical situation, you are there at headquarter IDS and advising the leadership at headquarter IDS on one structural change to how India develops, procures and integrate autonomous system for joint warfare. One change with the highest leverage, what would it be?
I think you shorten your procurement cycles. You shorten your procurement cycle. That is one we have to do immediately. I think anything below 50 CR, it has to be faster in nature. The procurement has to be quick, especially with the Indian players, so that you induct the equipment, test them, fail them, and then you move on to different, rather than waiting the whole procurement cycle of 3 to 4 years. Even EP also take around 2 years time to finally come and induct it. If you want to build actual innovation and this, the bedrock of Indianization, Atmanirbhar Bharat, I think the procurement cycle has to be shortened to year timeline, where you procure items faster, catch them, put them into your inventory, test them, fail them faster, so that they can be improvised, they can be built further into picture. How this help the whole ecosystem, that the startup who are building for you, they got immediate cash available to them, so that they can build it. Otherwise, it's again into a very this is something very easy to do it. Government is working towards it. The new DAP is coming into picture.
Yes, 2026.
Yeah, which is coming into picture. We have to do it in that way, so you can shorten that thing.
So, in short, you cannot compare a 50 crore procurement or the solution to a 200 crore or 1000 crore solution. If it's less, then just move ahead with faster, and for 2000 or more than that, like something like that,
Yeah,
things should move on differently for that kind of
and
solution.
perfect. And another suggestion I have is, or request, I would not say suggestion, request to the high authority is that please do not test your every equipment at higher scales. Like you try to test everything at Ladakh, you want to try everything at Pokhran, or even at the extreme weathers. Do not try to test it. So let's say you purchase let's say 10 of the birds.
Yes.
Out of them, how many going to be deployed at those heights, those places? So try to have a technology tested at a lower level first, prove it there, and then try to reach there. Unfortunately, what we are doing is we are making those QR, SPQRs, and all the requirements to the high altitude, which is very hard for a startup to, or a new budding startup to innovate, right? So you try test at a normal field level, because that is where your majority of things happen.
Right.
You test there first, and then when the startup become more mature about it, they start doing, then you take it to a next step. Okay, that's the reason when I was in that particular competition, I told that we'll not test this equipment at high altitude. Let's first build this prototype or technology at a normal altitude,
or
fail it here, fail it, test it, make it so robust, then you go into it. But unfortunately, our understanding from the military side also come from the import philosophy, where you want to test and fail the technology at topmost places.
Yes.
But I think it is changing. It is changing in a right direction. All the agencies, including military, the government side, and startup and academia also working towards it. It will take some time, but it is happening. It is happening. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your insights. It was a wonderful conversation. I hope there are some pointers being noted down by the higher leadership. So thank you all for joining in the CENJOWS podcast. Please do like, subscribe, comment and share. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.